up, though? What up, though? What up, though? What's good with it, y'all? Payday Boxing, baby. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing. Hit the like button. You see me ask you to hit the like button. Let's get into this, man. Boxing is corrupt. So news is broke recently about Oscar Valdez testing positive with his A and B sample, for some sort of performance enhancer that he alleges came from an herbal tea, y'all. An herbal tea. Now I don't know what type of herbal tea. I don't know what Lipton and Nestea got going on. I don't know when they started selling performance enhancers in their teas, but yeah, he says that he got this. He tested positive due to an herbal tea that he was drinking. Further, beyond that, apparently that his fight is still scheduled to go on. The WBC then came out, and I guess the commission of whatever. I can't even say it. It sounds like it's some sort of Native American commission. I'm not quite sure where this fight is taking place. I don't even really care, to tell you the truth. But allegedly the commission came out and they just said that this fight is going to continue as scheduled. They gave permission for the fighters to continue fighting, which begs the question: what good is a clean boxing program? What good does it do to have drug testing if there's no penalties? We haven't heard anything about the other fighter being compensated more. We haven't heard anything about Valdez losing some or portion of his purse, or even part of that purse going to the other fighter. We haven't heard anything like that. All I've heard is that the fight's going to go on as scheduled. And this is a shame, man. This is another black eye for the sport of boxing. I'll be honest with you. It's part of the reason why I haven't really been into boxing a whole lot lately. You might be able to hear from my voice. I just got over the vid. You know what I'm saying? But had to fight the vid for a little bit. And to be honest with you, I haven't really been caring about boxing while I was down and out. You know what I'm saying? All I'm doing is sitting at home, YouTubing, chilling, watching TV, playing video games, and boxing wasn't interesting to me. Especially after this type of stuff. It's kind of annoying when there's a sport that you love and there's just cheating running rampant in the sport. You know what I'm saying? Fighters can allege that cheating happens and people say, oh, they're making excuses, but then we see this type of stuff, confirmed cheating. You know what I'm saying? Confirmed cheating. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or doubts about it. And well, nothing happens, which is a shame. It just goes to show that that there's corruption in boxing, that boxing is a crooked sport. I would never want any of my children to participate in a sport like that. Never. Never. Granted, is there PEDs in every sport? Absolutely. There's PEDs in the NBA. In my opinion, the NBA has some of their best players are on PEDs. People won't come out and admit it or say it or talk about it. But you see some of these guys, they go through these radical transformations. You see some of these guys that play, 20, 30 years nowadays, and they never get hurt, or when they do get hurt, they come right back. It's pretty much a shame. Football, you kind of expect it, with just the nature of the beast. But the thing is that these sports, once these guys are tested and they're caught, there's usually repercussions, suspensions that happen. People lose money and things of that nature. You don't see that in boxing, which is why boxing, once again gets a black eye for the sport. It's really a shame, man. There needs to be some sort of universal governing in the sport of boxing. It just can't be set enough. John McCain was on this mission. This mission needs to continue with some sort of universal governance. These sanctioning bodies are just not good enough. They're not going to get it done. We have these independent commissions for each little, each jurisdiction that the fights take place. I'm talking about, the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the California State Athletic Commission, et cetera, the state athletic commissions. These guys are not of one accord when it comes to boxing. Each one has a major say in the bout that's sanctioned in their jurisdiction, and yet we see these sort of shenanigans continue in the sport. And again, you got to deal with that. You got to deal with dirtiness in the sport. You got to deal with fights not happening. You got to deal with fighters talking a lot about other fighters, ducking said fighters that they're talking about. And then all you get is drama. You get drama, you get politics, you get hearsay, you get a lot of bullshit dealing with boxing. And which is why it's such a hard sport to follow. You got all these damn belts, you got a million weight classes, nobody wants to fight each other, everybody's maneuvering around each other, hey, he's got the real talent has the WBC title, so I'm gonna go ahead and go get the IBF. Or the real champion, he's got the WBC and the IBF, so I'm gonna go get the WBO, say I'm a champion in that division, defend my title 2-3 times, and then move up. You know what I'm saying? Playing hopscotch through the divisions. You know, and nobody's ever really clearing out any of these divisions anymore. This is why I say we need unification. This is why I say we need undisputed, because there's no doubt with unification, with undisputed, you have the best fighting the best. But instead, this is what we get, y'all. This is what we get as boxing fans. Boxing doesn't love its fans, and this is why boxing is dying a slow death. You know, you can say what you want to say about the MMA fighters not getting paid what they need to be paid. I don't think MMA fighters get paid what they need to be paid given the risks that they take in their profession. But ultimately, MMA is very easy to follow. You have one belt and you have 7 weight classes. There's one belt in each division. There's no question about who the champion is in each division. And even aside from that, boxing has an issue where the biggest draw in boxing right now is a YouTuber. Jake Paul is the biggest draw in the sport. Like, think about that. The biggest draw in the sport is not even a real boxer. Like, imagine the biggest basketball, imagine the Harlem Globetrotters being bigger than the NBA. Imagine that. Imagine imagine the XFL being bigger than the NFL. Imagine that. Some spin-off of the league or some other type of spin-off is bigger than the actual thing. Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. And this is why boxing is in the situation that it's in. This is why fighters are not as big as they need to be. The fighters need to be the one that are pressing the envelope on cleaning up the sport, y'all, because this is just ridiculous and this is insane. And again, you guys have to admit, we are not getting the fights that we want to see. We're not. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be honest. I'm probably gonna slow down on the whole boxing stuff anyway. I've got other things to be interested in, especially since I got the COVID. I'm like, you know what? I ain't got all this time to be sitting around watching boxing videos and trying to champion this sport and all this other type of stuff. Boxing don't love us. So you know what I'm gonna say to this grimy, dirty bitch who don't love us? I'm gonna say fuck you too. I ain't got no love for you neither right now, boxing. And that's just what it is. I love the sport. It got a special place in my heart. But as it stands right now, I'm breaking up with you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna keep me in this one-sided, abusive-ass relationship. And that's what I got to say about that. This is Payday Boxing, man. Quit playing with me. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'm out, y'all. Peace.